All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Portland Lumberjacks. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
Wentz now on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Open receiver, that's David Njoku. A huge play there for Denver, 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Wentz will try again on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
Back to throw. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch. But you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go with the keeper, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 61 yards that time on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wentz now to throw. Rolling to his right. Incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Portland in control. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Shark's got it left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On first down, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Straight 15.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wentz. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Wentz. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have broken the tie. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been. But it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Lefty, lefty. Straight 15. Straight 15.
A 1st down carry for Davis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 81.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Now, I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put your...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cole. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Booker. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Booker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And, oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They begin with a run by Davis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
81.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Black.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Open man right side is Shark. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Ram. 82.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They pitch it to Davis. Open space inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll give it to him up the middle.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
Great 15.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Shorty. Back. 280. Shorty. Great. 81.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And McManus able to put it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action here on first down. And now he'll let this one go deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. And this will be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 2nd down, Davis. And an alley to run. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now this offense ready to head back out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Brendan Langley picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Wentz to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
81.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Flag.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And here now the offense heading back out there. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll drop to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off on something.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29.